Liberia Sledge.
Sledge. Yeah.
You know, the young man said it, leadership of a country is not for the leaders themselves. It should be for the people. I was in church today and I told the congregation next door that God made us human beings in His own image and likeness. So when you mistreat human beings, you are mistreating God. Yes. So we live in a country and we have Christian leaders, and then pregnant women are dying like this. So many pregnant women die in this country because they don't happen to go to the hospital on time. And a lot of children die below the age of 5 because their parents don't have money. A lot of old people die because they don't have money to go to the hospital. So my plan is for pregnant women, for children under the age of 5, and for all old people in the Liberia from 65 years old up to go to government hospital and clinics free of charge. Oh, yeah. You cannot have the children of God divided. The people whose parents have money are the ones that are going to school. Those whose parents don't have money don't go to school. And maybe those people who are not going to school are the ones that God has given the brains to be our doctors, our scientists, our inventors tomorrow. So God has sent help here for minds of poor people, children that will help us. God does not distinguish. But poor people, children are not going to school. I've gone to 13 countries. In most of the countries I've gone to, all of the countries I've gone to, there are many children who are not going to school. I ask them, they say, my mind get money, my father get money. It's wrong. I don't want any child left behind in this country. So when I become president, every child from kindergarten to 12 will go to school free of charge. Private schools. Oh, yeah. We will make sure. As president, I will visit government schools at 7:30 in the morning to make sure the principal is in school. Oh, yeah. And the principal is in school, the teacher is in school, the student will be there on time. Oh, yeah. I will make sure that all of the teaching materials are there and that teachers are paid well. We will not have a situation in the 13 countries I've gone to. Some schools are even high school, but they got what they call volunteer teachers. Volunteer teachers that are paid by the towns. And if the towns don't have money, they don't come to school. Which means the children are not having good education. It's the government responsibility. In the law, under Article 6 of the Constitution, it is the government responsibility to educate all Liberian children and to eliminate illiteracy. What they call some people don't know book. So every Liberian child will go to school from kindergarten to 12th grade, all the government schools free of charge. Their copybooks, their pencils and pens, their textbooks, their food will be provided by government. It is the obligation of government. So that no parents will have an excuse not to send child to school. Yeah. The next thing we want to do on the educational side is to eliminate illiteracy in 2 years. To make sure everybody in the country read and write in 2 years. Oh, yes. Here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. Government will fund stipend for junior high students, high school students, and in the towns that have colleges, college students. To teach people who don't know book in their community, at least 10 of them every day after school, because government will give them stipend to do so, and they'll have a supervising teacher. When we do so, in 2 years, everybody in this country will learn how to read. In the towns that don't have schools, we employ college graduates to be full-time teachers of people who don't know book. Why is that important? This world is not operating by what these young men have. Phone. If you don't know book, you can't put number in the phone. You can't put message there. You can't operate the phone. But the whole world is operating by phone now. The last time in Grand Bazaar, I said, the way I live here, only the woman said, I said, if I say, I send you, I live here, I send you $50, write text message. That's secret between you and me. Don't tell anybody in Fanti Town here. When you take that phone, when the phone rings, clank, that means messaging that you take it to somebody to read, then now that message between us again. I mean, that's secret again. More than that, somebody could take your money. As soon as I said that, I said, that thing happened to me. They put a call, you say direct, I can get money to people to do business. They came here, when they want to money, they send my own money. I showed it to one boy in Fantinta and I said, my phone rang, why is that? The boy took it, he said, oh man, the poor kid the other day, they said they finished reaching money, they're all right now. Then you went and took my money. Different day, somebody looked inside the phone and said, oh man, so they send you money? He said, no. The boy said the poor reached money. When I check the money, I've been taking. In a town called Supermarket in Buffalo, one lady gave my experience too. When I told her about so much, she said, but my own happened too. Say, my own daughter, somebody sent me 15,000 Liberty. She took 10,000 for it. When the person was coming to visit her, then she said, oh man, I got to tell you something. The last time I 15,000 is sent for you. So I took 10,000. So I don't know. If you could read and write, that won't happen to you. She said, no, that will not happen to me. Because I come to know. But I showed the phone, I get phone. I showed it to my daughter. My own daughter took my money. So it's important for everybody to know how to read and write. And I believe in 6 months, my experience, I'm an adult literacy teacher. I was trained in Ethiopia in 1981. Older people can be more anxious to learn than younger people. So they will learn fast. Some people in 6 months, they will know 1, 2, 3 to 100. They will know the number that you need to put in the phone from 1 to 6. I mean 1 to 10. So they will know how to put in the phone. They will know how to write their name. They will know some sentences. In 6 months, a lot of old people will know. The next thing I'm going to do in the educational area is to make sure for government to put trade school in all the 15 counties. Free trade school. Why is that important? My people, when you travel around the country, the children, the young boys are only riding motorbikes. And the next thing they're doing, digging gold. While I was in Grand Jide, they left, they died. Digging gold, they go deep. And then when I got to River says Atia, another boy died there that day too. So, but if they know trade, they are mechanics, they are tailors, they are carpenters, they are players, they are electronic technicians and electricians. Or any of those trades, they don't have to do that kind of difficult job. In fact, I was in Gongloe in a place called Philadelphia. And I say, you cannot ride a motorbike until you reach 40 years, your bike will be heading. One boy said, about 33, my bike hitting me already. He said, I've been riding motorbike for 3 years. When I give my own schedule to people and say 6 o'clock tomorrow, carry to wake up 6 o'clock this time, it'll be hard for me. And I'm just 33 years old. He said, oh man, that job, that tough job, to be riding motorbike on very, very bad roads in the mud. So they need to learn trade. Because of that, citizens of other countries that are being trained by their countries, like Guineans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, they are the ones that get jobs in our own country here. Yeah. In Monrovia, Margibi, you're looking for a mechanic, and some Guinean boy, or some Nigerian boy, or some Ghanaian fellow running your wire. You go to Metal Steel, our people in Nimba, you say, we can get a job, but they are not trained. So the Guineans come, and when they stay on the employment line, wait, I'm a heavy duty mechanic. Okay, pass. I'm a light duty mechanic. Come. I'm an electrician. Come. When you turn to our librarians, you want a job, what do you know? Anything. So, people from other countries come in our country, they get valuable jobs as technicians. As soon as they get a pay, mobile money, they send it to the country. The money doesn't stay here. So you find a lot of people working, but the money is not circulating here. It's going to their countries that they came from. We will do the same thing when we go work in a country. The government needs to provide opportunities for young people to learn trade. It's a must, it's an obligation, it's not a question of privilege. Government has no choice in that. Government must do it. That's my plan. I intend to do that. In the 15 countries for young people to learn trade, free trade. They will not pay 1 cent to learn trade because it's important for our country. And in learning trade, we need to rehabilitate the young boys in the street who are job affected. Rehabilitate them and give them skills. When you rehabilitate them and they become mechanics or carpenters or electronic technicians tomorrow, or they are tailors, they will make money. The other thing we want to do in the economic era is to create jobs. My plan is to reduce corporate, the tax they call for company taxes, the taxes that companies pay to government. Every 50 miles away from Monrovia, we reduce taxes for you. Every 50 miles. So you pay less tax if you're 50 miles away from Monrovia than the people in Monrovia. The people 100 miles away pay less than the people 50 miles away. So by the time you reach your Kipamos, right? You got your factory in Kipamos, and you got your factory in Kipamos. You pay almost no tax to government, small tax, right? But let's say you employ 500 persons. When you employ 500 persons in Kipamos, pay road tax. Those 500 people will be paying government will cut taxes from their income that they receive every month. So the people will be getting money, government will be getting money too, because you have expanded the tax base of government. Then, on top of that, those 500 people will be paying rent in Kipamos to house owners. House owners will get money. They too will start paying taxes to government. And government getting more money now. Then there will be other businesses that will come up because of that company there that is in Kipamos. But the most important thing to me is it will slow down the number of people living in Kipamos and coming to Monrovia. Because Monrovia is the only employment center, that the only greener pasture. Everybody come to Monrovia for making honey. When they get there, then the young people get there, no job, they're discouraged. They know where to sleep, they sleep with their friend there, they discourage their friend and can say, can I go to the place there so you can feel good? Then they take them to the ghetto. How they get into drug habit is out of the harsh economic condition. They go there and say, oh, my man, take something, you'll forget all your trouble. Next day, you take something, you forget all your trouble. After a while, they become armed robbers, they become jacking, things for people in the street. They didn't plan it from the beginning, but the condition make them to be that way. So when you create job in Kipamos, it will slow down the number of young people living in Kipamos to come to Monrovia. Yeah. It will slow down the number of young people living in Fonjamo to come to Monrovia. Other parts of the country, because jobs will be there. In fact, some people might be leaving Monrovia and going back to their counties because their job there. There were examples here of my people have been living in the country long. There was Lipsuko, the sugar company. They used to produce sugar in this country. Winston Tubman left from Monrovia. After he came from the UN, he wanted to work for that company. He left from Monrovia to go work for that company. Charles B. Roberts left from Monrovia to go work for that company. Allen Yancey Jr. left and went to work for that company. And a lot of other young people that graduated from university, they went to work for Lipsuko. And Harper or Bolin, people didn't want to come here, they want to be there. So when you create jobs in the interior, it will slow down the number of people that come to Monrovia. Because the number of people that come to Monrovia that Monrovia can accommodate, they can give all the jobs to, some become frustrated young people, and they go to the ghettos. I was saying this thing in West Point home, I said, my only child is a Zoko in the street. You know, so we need to rehabilitate them, give them training, and then we'll create this opportunity for companies to establish, they will get jobs. You'll be, accommodated in the system. Leadership is about thinking about people's problems and finding solutions to those problems. The next thing we want to do is, I talk about the medical area, but I want to say something about medical area. I want to be the president that will make Liberian hospital number one. Better than 5. Today, when you go to TFK, they give you prescription. Or they say you must go across the road to Lucky Pharmacy. So if it is happening at JFK, think about JJ Johnson Hospital in Cape Pharmacy. Think about the clinic in Bogeza, in Lofa. Think about the clinic in Chester City. If JFK does not have medicine, those places don't have medicine at all. So how am I going to change that? I become president with budget for health service. We put the money, the medicine that supposed to go to hospitals. I call the finance minister. After 1 or 2 months, I say, have you dispersed money for JJ Johnson Hospital in Kibami? He said yes. Without telling the finance minister, anybody in town, I take a surprise visit to JJ Johnson Hospital. I say, I came here, the superintendent Manando, I came for a full medical checkup. Check my pressure, check my blood. The president, we didn't get that one here, we didn't get that one, we can't help you. Where's the head of the hospital? You are fired and tell all the police for full investigation to account for what government put you. Because I will already know as president that the finance minister has disbursed the money to you. The next day I found myself in Bogeza, in Lofa. I said, I came for a checkup. The next day, you think if 10 heads of hospitals and clinics are in jail, anybody want to see anything go? So there has to be consequences for action. When you do that, that would not be having a private clinic. Government hospital and clinics will be better. Not than what they say today. I just came from 14 military hospital today where a family member died. Today. But here is the situation. So I stayed there, I said, you see, and the police saying, they ain't all the equipment, they ain't get equipment here, or no express for this. When our Minister of Finance lied to us, oh God is great. He lied to us that 14 military was the best in West Africa, state of the art. So God said, I can't show your lie. Yeah, why went to Lofa, coming by the high accident. Why he didn't go to the 14 military? Why they had to fly into Turkey? But God will show him. Now you can't say, you will never open your mouth again and say anything about 14 military that the best. It has all the equipment, it has all the experts there. Why you didn't go there? So we have to change that. If the president is going to government hospital and clinic, minister, everybody will go there because we will not pay money for you to go anywhere. Oh yes. Be here. That your own money will take you somewhere, not be government money. Because if a clinic or hospital is not good for the president, they are not good for any citizen too. Yes. Not president for yourself. This thing is annoying. All of them go to Ghana now. I heard one lady saying the other day, oh, when you go to Ghana, but why all the Liberians come here? You don't get a hospital in your home. They are throwing words in their faces now. The next thing we need to do that I intend to do as 4 major projects, one in health, one in education. The other one I intend to do is the road situation. I've gone to 13 counties throughout the country. Some of the roads I've seen, I've never seen it anywhere in Africa. Very bad roads. The southeastern Liberia, that the heads of the 3 branches of government come from, has the worst roads in the country than anywhere else. There's a town, I don't know how many of you know River G, but there's a town called Kilipo Kamwike. Just 8-9 days ago, I was in Kilipo Kamwike. So I finished talking in Kilipo Kamwike, and I was going to, the people are waiting for me in Gbepo Kamwike. You leave from Kilipo Kamwike, you pass Putuke, you go to Gbepo Kamwike. that in normal times is a distance of 20 to 30 minutes maximum. I did not reach in Bebo Kaweke until 1 a.m. in the morning. Everybody had gone to bed. Because as soon as we left Bebo Kaweke, we saw one bar road. I had a shovel clearing the road. I thought I was it. This young man was there. We went ahead a little bit. Over 20 gas tankers, trucks, everybody's stuck in the mall. Our 3 cars were not passed. We know we have 4 wheels. There was no other way to pass. In a forested area. And this is dry season, not really season yet. So I walk in the mud, like from here to Total gas station in the mud. I roll up my trousers, I took my shoes, I walked in. By 9 o'clock in the night, I was sleeping. I picked leaves. I was telling my wife, I said, God bless you, snake didn't bite me. I picked leaves, I put the leaves on the ground, and just started sleeping. 12:30, they came to wake me up. Oh, our 3 cars are out of the mud now. Of course, everybody in bed, going to the pool, going to bed. But there was a lady in one pickup, and she was very sick, and she was going to carry her to Libo. I said, in good conscience, we can't leave without pickup there. But the pickup was so loaded. One small pickup boy was carrying a truckload from Monrovia. So to haul that pickup, my 4-wheel got spoiled. I spent more than 1,000 to fix that 4-wheel. So we got in Bebo weekend at 1 o'clock in the morning. On a 30-minute road. When I was lying down there, I thought, I said, okay, so when you have bad road, it's a threat to peace and security. What if Africans attack us now? How will move troops? I said, suppose Africa attack us, and the troops coming from Monrovia to come defend us. How will they cross this border here? That right here will be defeated. Or, Bebo Kaweke got big clinic. You say, they say, if you ain't carry the woman to, or man to Bebo Kaweke now, you will die in the next 1 hour. You come and reach to that boy, and I right there you will die. Your ambulance. So I said, so when you have barrel ambulance, it's totally meaningless. It can't do anything. The next thing, I also stood there and said, I was thinking, I said, barrel multiplies poverty. Because assuming you're a good farmer, you got a whole planting farm in Webo, and you want to bring you harvest your planting, you borrow money from one business person and say, look, just give me money to charter one truck, I'm going to Monrovia, next week I'll give you money. So you put your plant in that truck. When you reach that place, you stay there, it all get ripe and rotting. Then you come back to Webo, you got debt on your hand, instead of selling to pay. The person get behind you, say, well, that's not my business. You go and credit another money to pay that debt or sell all your things in the house. Then the borrower now has made you poorer. So borrower can also multiply poverty. But my solution is, white people can come in government and change everything. The good things that happened before should be meeting and you add on it. I grew up in Tapeta. I never heard one day, even in the worst of the rainy season, that the road from Zreju to Tapeta cut one day. But I rode from Tapeta to even get to Sester River. It took me over 3 hours. To get to Tota was worse. And other roads were better before. During Topma time, during Doe time, there were public work yards in the counties. There was one public yard in Ganta, one in Kwetu, one in Tapeta, one in Tota, one in Zreju, one in Kaweke, along the road, and they maintained the roads very well. In 1979, as a student leader, I wanted to do something in Kepamas. I took a vehicle, a taxi, downtown Kepamas, 6 o'clock in the morning. By 9 o'clock in the evening, I was in Monrovia On the same day, it can't happen now. Nobody can decide when you live in Kepamo when you reach Monrovia or when you come back. So why can't we put the public warriors back in the country? I have said before when I become president, I will put public warriors back in all of the countries. It's going to take Liberian government 50 years or more to pave all the roads. Even America does not have all the roads paved. There are roads that are built in America, in California, and they don't, but they are maintained. So, maintain the roads. The government is violating our freedom of movement. My former student in human rights sitting here talking, I teach human rights law a lot. But movement is a fundamental right. It's in the Constitution, it's under international law. We have a right to move freely, and government has an obligation to make us move freely. And I know in Joe community and a few communities that are Bishop living on Ralphie Highway, because I can count the road that are President Pro Temple Road, and the former Minister of State Road, and the President on the road, the Power Minister Road, and then Bishop Roads. Then they say, Bar Road Medicine, and only they can testify to that. But the entire country is in trouble. I've been to Lofa, worse. You can't do that. At least government you can even put 4 big oil work hubs with the machines to maintain roads in 4 major areas of this country. We need to do that. If we can't do that, the country can't go anywhere. Because of our movement, what you do? People and goods have to move. The next thing we're going to do that is major in terms of life changing in this country is food. Liberian people, we don't eat rice, we are not eating. Sure. Even the place we said now, my student here, my colleague now, go cook sweet salmon fish and everything, bring it, everybody eat it here. 9 o'clock when I asked, have you eaten food today? Everybody said, no, I ain't eating food. And we eat. And I just only case out but we eat food. So, then this food, but we are importing it. We spend about $200 million as a country every year, give it to the, now we used to give it to different countries, now we're giving it to the Indians to send us rice. God forbid something happen in India and they close their port, will be dying in the country, just a war. I strongly believe that Liberia has the capacity to grow more rice. So I want to change that story from being rice importer to make Liberia a rice exporter. I grew up in the interior. You can plant rice one place, 4 years in a row, you get something good. The soil is so fertile. Nobody in the country using fertilizer in the interior. So you can see the planting that comes in banana. Rich. So we do not qualify as a naturally poor country. We are a rich country. The soil is so rich. So this is what I would do. Government will buy machines, will engage in mechanized rice farming. Oh yes. Government will buy machines and distribute it to the farmers in the 15 counties through the farmers cooperatives. That will be government assistance to farmers. They are the ones that will make big farm like Firestone, the Saye Rubber Company. If we have farmed the Saye Rubber Company in all of the counties, will we go without rice? Will the price of rice go up? No. Because rice will be everywhere. I even want to do something more revolutionary that I'm not happy in the country. You see the army we got? The army was created in 1908. We called it Frontier Force, and later it became LNTG and AFL. They have not fought any war before for more than 100 years. So me, I will make them fight war. So that the money we pay them every month can be justified. We say, hey, at least the tuition will pay them. The Army Agricultural Battalion, it has the engineering battalion. I will buy new war machines for them. That will be caterpillars, tractors, and combine harvesters that can harvest rice. I'll call the chief of staff as commander-in-chief and say you are hereby ordered to declare war against hunger by producing. You are hereby ordered to declare war against hunger by producing not less than 100 acres of rice in each of the 15 yards. Now our population is about 5 million. Just a little bit over 5 million. If the farmers are using machines to produce rice, and the army using machine to produce rice, will Liberia go without rice? No. Will hunger be here again? No. Will the price of rice go up? No. That is a solution right there. Liberia now will become a rice exporter, and instead of spending $200 million, will be generating $500 to $600 million or more every year. Yes. We have the capacity. Look, when I was working in Ethiopia in 2005, my Ethiopian interpreter, I still remember his name, Yarek. He said to me when he became comfortable with me, when in Baghdad, in Ethiopia, he said, Chief, there's a country in West Africa that is heavy on earth. I said, I want to know that country. I'm from West Africa. I've never seen that kind of country. He said, your country, Liberia. I said, what do you mean by that? That poor country, he said, you are poor by choice. So I said, you're right, what do you mean? He said, look, I was the interpreter for the Ethiopian contingent in Greenville, Sinai. He said, and I ate mango one day, plum. He said, I went behind the house, I grabbed the seed. 3 weeks later, I was going behind the house to eat myself. I saw the thing growing. I yelled, I said, this is heaven on earth. How can something grow by itself that you didn't plant? He said, I've not seen it here in Ethiopia before. I saw it in your country. Your country not supposed to look for food. Because things can grow by themselves there. So we need to assist the farmers. And he said, and you see trouble in your country. Election day, you can go ask for a bag of rice, money, and liquor. And not look for the competent people who know the job to elect them. So, because you elect people for a bag of rice, money, and liquor, you suffer. Yes. So Liberia is a gift that God gave us, naturally rich. The soil is fertile. Then under the soil we got diamond, we got gold, we got iron ore, we got uranium, and many other mineral resources. We cannot say we are naturally poor. We are poor by choice because of the decisions that we make on election day. As soon as we change making decisions like that, we'll start enjoying the wealth that God sent us. Look at this country. In my 10-point agenda for Greater Liberia, I'm discussing. Look at this country. Banjul, Gambia. The people make money, millions of dollars from tourism. But they do not have even 10% of the beach that we have here. You go to some place in Banjul, it's mud. Yeah, and the tourists are going there. From Cape Mount to Cape Palmas, all sandy beaches. Senegal is making money for tourism. They got rocks. Some of the coastline are rocky. But we have sandy beaches. Tourists could be coming and could be making, that's $1 billion that is resting because of lack of leadership. People who have money we could try to put hotels from here all the way to Cape Palmas. people will be working there. Money will be coming in the country. Our tax revenue will be going up. A few years ago, my nephew and niece came to America. I took them to Caesar Beach. I took them to La Bassa. The Bassa, they said, oh, uncle, this place is better than Bahamas that we went to. He said, Liberia is better than Bahamas. We spend all the money in Bahamas. But if the security problem here could be improved, nobody will come to a country where people die and government can't explain. Every time people are being killed. So rule of law is number one. I intend to make rule of law number one, for the law to be applied to everybody equally, no exception. The other thing is corruption. The corruption in this country is just so terrible that I have the proof that I intend to sweep corruption from all. I have a 12-count prescription for government. It begins with openness. The book I think I know, I don't know my president's salary. I don't know any minister's salary. I don't know Chief Justice and Justice's salary. I don't know Speaker and President put them in the law. I don't know the salary. Okay, just guess who? It's all secret. In a place where the salary is secret, corruption can go. Because by the time they billing 153 billion, you say, where you got that money from? You say, you don't know my salary and benefit. So the first thing I would do, as president, I will put my own salary and benefit on the internet. Oh, for everybody to see. And I will put the salary and benefits of all officials of government, the 3 branches of government on the internet. Oh, yes. I'm a lawyer. I'll be a French trained lawyer to be president. I'm a lawyer. Article 15C of the Constitution says the people of Liberia have a right to know about their government and its functionality. We are the ones that pay them. How you pay more and you're not entitled to know their salary. Because if you know that a minister whole year his salary and benefit can reach 50,000, and you're from Kilibo come again, or you're from Dwake, or you're from Namena in Cape Mount here, and then after 2 months of being in government, you start building $300,000 house. The young people there will look on looking at food. Wait, let go. Wait a minute, salary. What year? Oh, say! Then they will get on the radio and speak with confidence. Their minister from Nagbena here is stealing. Their was billing. He's stealing. Because the code of conduct says you cannot get any gift that value more than $250. That is the limit. So you can't say, oh, my friend in Saudi Arabia or Kuwait send me some money. No, it's against the law. Then, you know, Nimi and Shimi is the first way to fight corruption here. People will be Nimi and Shimi and they will be scared to steal our money because we know their salaries. Now, when you steal, and then people talking on the radio, I call you as a minister, I hear you billing 153 billion in Nigeria, you say, yeah, I say you are fired. You're not enjoying my pleasure again. So a minister said, I will pleasure the president, you are fired. Send you over to the Underground Anti-Corruption Commission for full investigation and prosecution. When you are found guilty, you'll go to jail for 5 to 10 years depending on the amount of money. And then the law provides for confiscation, seizure. We'll use the law, the balance of the stolen money in the bank will take it from you. The houses and cars you acquire will take off from you. Oh, yeah. Then your family that were enjoying the stolen money now start suffering. And my question is, if 5 ministers are in jail for 10 years each, and their family members suffering, any minister want to steal you? No. Yeah, that will sweep the corruption. Then we'll have enough money for our road project, our rice production project, our health project. All of our projects will have enough money now. Nobody wants to touch it because there's money here. The other aspect is corruption creates insecurity here. That because of the stealing in government, that the bojo business in the country plenty. Yes. That because the hardware business plenty because Somebody say, I want to be minister. Then some evil-minded person comes and says, just bring me him up being hard. That minister joy, you get it. I want to win the 30,000, I want to get my own too. Bring me him up being little. I want to be managing director. Bring me him up being album. Nobody can be living for nothing to be taken, right? Yes. So because of that, so when we stop corruption, there will be no profit. In case I was 7 years old in a public school in Nima, my mom used to say, when you come from school, come meet me on the farm, your food on the farm. I asked all the interior, I went in the 13 kind of, you're going to do the lecture, and I said, what's that? Our wife said, I can't walk and do on the farm road anymore. They're taking in the interior here. Sometimes some motorcyclists will take somebody and they go the next time, they will not find the person. They go and kill the person on the highway and take the part and give it to some evil person who say they want a job, just to be corrupt. So when we stop corruption, the government will not be a place to serve, that to steal. Yeah. And then this country will be better. Because we are better than most countries. The thing we take for granted, look, I was working in Ethiopia. One day in Tiawan, it started raining. I saw people who standing in the rain. I said, are you people crazy? The other man said, no, we're not crazy. They are not raining here for 3 years. What? So we take rain to be for granted here. Some people can be looking for it. 3 years now. I stepped in a town called Metalomara in Ethiopia. For the first time in my life, 5 days I did not take bath. No water. God bless this country. That's what I want to tell you. God bless this country. We take things for granted. All we need in this country is good leadership so that we can enjoy the wealth that God put here. Now today as I speak to you, I just heard yesterday for another location, I started feeling bad. I said, what? A friend of mine wanted to buy steel rod. He said the steel rod price at the Indian man said, go tell your president to bring it down. Because on every steel rod you get $2. Say every steel rod the president gets $2. So that burden is transferred to us, the consumer. What sort of wickedness is that? What sort of wickedness is that? So this country could be better. I know a country called Botswana. My student will do research, he knows it. I always talk about it. Botswana is landlocked, no sea coast. But it's richer than Liberia. No sea coast. Then 70% of the land are so sand. They call it desert. Only 30% you can grow things there. On that 30%, they are raising cows, goats, and sheep, and they are exporting meat to Europe and Southern Africa. Good leadership. They have only diamond, no other mineral. But from the diamond, they have the best roads in the country, the best schools, the best clinics. Everything is just so good for the citizens. They are enjoying because of good leadership. So we who are much better than Botswana, we can be much better than here. Botswana got only diamond, and it is among the richest countries in Africa because it is the least corrupt country in Africa. When they gained independence in 1966, the budget was $3 million. In 2006, because of good leadership, honest leadership, the budget was $4 billion United States dollars, and it got a population of less than 3 million people. So they are enjoying because of honest leadership. We need one honest leader in this country to set a new standard for all Liberians to enjoy the wealth of this country. Thank you very much.